Up next, we have Noran Amin, who is a doctoral student in English and the teaching of English.
The Superman exists, and he is American. If any of you is a comics fan, you will recognize this quote from the phenomenal comic Watchmen, and you might think that it's true. I argue that G. Willow Wilson, author of Cairo, a graphic novel, and the Ms. Marvel comics, challenges this quote by creating two superheroes who are Oriental and whose superpowers emanate from and are immersed in their cultural backgrounds, which are namely Islamic folklore and mythology and Eastern cultural heritage. She does that for three reasons. A, to deconstruct the concept of the superhero and to show us that the superhero or the Superman has never been American. B, to redefine the label American and to show us that media today still excludes some certain social groups from this label. And three, to define neo-Orientalist thinking, which is basically an approach that insists on portraying the Arab or the Easterner in general as a threat. But it's not just a threat that we read about or we hear about like we did in the past. It's a threat that lives in our neighborhood. It's very close to us. So Wilson defies that and says that those are people like us. They are human like you and I. So first of all, if we delve deep into the history of the Superman, we will find out that Superman is an immigrant. Superman lived on a planet that was destroyed, and he couldn't go back home. And when he came to Earth, he lived in America, and he had to adopt this identity of Clark Kent in order to assimilate and to be accepted in the society. Thus, Superman, like every American, is an immigrant who comes from a different culture. In this case, if we look at Shams or Kamala in the books, we will recognize that they are superheroes like every other, and this leads us to rethink our definition of the superhero. B, with the label American, the character Kamala, who's a Pakistani American who's torn between her cultural background and the American culture that she has to be part of, represents a cultural group that's always excluded from comics or from other sorts of media. Third, with neo-Orientalism, we always see this threat around us, and it's always portrayed in media, and this is why Wilson decides to change that by saying, those people, if roles are reversed, can be heroes who will help you when you are in need. Just look deeper and see them as human, like you and I. So in the end of the day, through the comics, she raises questions about why we still label certain social groups as others with the capital O in the age of globalization and cultural hybridity, which is basically a political question that we still need to be asking today, and she did that through comics. Thank you.